So, Mr. Gideon, you have the floor to present your annual report.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, Chair, for the floor. This is Gideon Bonavitan, the chairperson of the 14th IPSF African Pharmaceutical Symposium. So this is my report, which I'm going to present. First of all, I want to start from what we have been doing since the beginning of this mandate. By the beginning of this mandate, we established the reception committee, which you have seen. By then, over the months, we have been coordinating the full planning and implementation of the symposium with the reception committee. Around January, we started our registration. Whereby May, we had almost 128 participants confirmed to attend the symposium. Like the registration, people were very, very active to register and pay their registration fees. So far, we have almost 20 countries, 18 of them are Africans, but also have United Kingdom and Thailand. This AFPS brought a lot of countries here in Kigali. Yes. Then, again, over the period, we have been working around the scientific program of the event, whereby by June, it was almost 90% completed the scientific program. But later, I would say, a lot of challenges happened by the implementation stage, where you have confirmed speakers, but on the last minute they cancel. That's when the program almost gets disturbed. Not only that, but also the sponsors, which is the next part I will reach on. For partnership and sponsorships, we have tried our best to engage a lot of partners. We have seen them on our backdrop partners. So we achieved a lot through the provision of meals, yes, by these partners. Yeah. So by then, we was almost ready to deliver this symposium just 2 weeks before you came here. By then, what you have did also try to look for the RA rooms. We tried our best, but then on the last year, I want to apologize at the RC for what did not go well over these past days, but also promise to deliver and fix all of that. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for your reports. So we'll open the floor for discussion. Kindly submit your new comments through the form. Kindly use the speaker's form to submit your comments. Okay, we have a new comment from PSSN Namibia. PSSN Namibia, you have the floor for a new comment.
Yeah, thank you, Chair. Mrs. Baru, PSSN Namibia. So, thank you, Mr. Chair, for the report. Just want to give a comment on what have transpired, because what we normally know is that when you come to a country, you need to be received as a visitor, knowing that you are there as a foreigner, and now you're coming here only to find a lot of disorganized, I would say. So, and what we have received is that there was a lot of good thing promised in paper, but when we come here, it's different. So, for the past 3 days, we have lost things, and nothing was done until the last day, which was today. That's when we are receiving things. And you are saying we have an organized committee, protocols and everything, but there is different in practicals.
Keisha, Kevin, RWG, or Chair, I believe it's a comment and not a question, right? Thank you. Okay, so you have it direct. So I'll give the floor to the media for the direct.
Thank you so much. PSSA Namibia, I guess what you are saying is true, totally true. You lost some things. Sorry. You lost things in the apartment where I was staying, and yes. So you lost things where you were staying at the apartment, and I guess because of poor communication that happened between you and our team, we did not manage to deliver on time your stars. But what we tried to do, and I apologize again, we tried to communicate with the hotel because there is something happened between us at the team and the hotel to allocate you somewhere we did not agree on, and then so you have to resolve it internally so that you get your things back. Honestly, all of us are human, but I have tried my best to get your thing back. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your direct. IFAT Togo, you have the floor for your new comment. Translators, please be on standby.
Carmen Haïti, IPSF Togo. Bon, en fait, je voulais poser la question, mais je pense qu'il a répondu aux commentaires de le commentaire qui vient de passer. Vu que la personne était venue commenter, il n'a pas posé de question. Mais bon, peut-être je vais poser une nouvelle question, c'est de savoir qu'est-ce qui est réellement passé. Parce que par rapport à l'organisation, j'ai trouvé vraiment qu'il y a eu vraiment beaucoup de défauts. Même au niveau du programme qu'on a eu à suivre, le programme n'est pas parvenu, on ne savait pas exactement ce qui allait se passer. On a demandé plusieurs fois avant que le programme nous parvienne. Également, bon, en termes de respect, je vais dire des activités également. J'aimerais savoir qu'est-ce qui s'est vraiment passé pour que dans les prochaines supervisions, on ait plus ce résultat.
Okay. Flavia, you can say. Hello? Okay, alright. So, he would like to understand what really happened. because it was very not well organized, and also most of the time they don't even know what they will happen. Like they are just like don't know what will happen tomorrow. They don't even get the agenda, so they want to know what really happened, and we have this stage. If you can.
Okay, thank you very much. Ifatogo, AFPS RC Chairperson, you have the floor for your direct.
Thank you so much for the floor. I will explain it like this. I have a team, reception committee. We've been working together for all these 10 months. But at the end, some of my team members disappointed me. What I had to do is to recruit like a merchant team, few of my friends who can do what is necessary for us. So honestly, for me, I left my job just to focus on AFPS. That's 3 months. And then, because of the communication which did not go well, like we had in terms of scientific program, let me start with the scientific program, which was supposed to run from 20th up to the 24th. We had a lot of speakers cancelling the attendance. That's all the first challenge. So that means if someone cancels the attendance and you remain, you have the panel which is free, you have to move that in that, because in that period you will not be having anyone. That's something you have to adapt as it is and respond. Second, we faced some logistical challenges in some days where our partners did not do what we agreed, and we was relying on them on that point. So in that case, you see we started like a little bit late on the first day at the hotel. This is not for me. Like we had to fight with our partners, we had to go different areas, ministry, stuff like that. But there is a lot which happened behind the scene. What I can blame myself as a team is poor communication, which we did not show in some days. But honestly, we are trying to improve. Like if I said today, we had public health campaign in the morning. In the afternoon, we had planned for the pad donation, pad drive project this afternoon. But as well, we had a PD competition for those who will not go for the pad drive. That's how things were planned. But yesterday night, it's part of the authorization we had to use the road, like how we planned our public health campaign was to a walk from the hotel to the University of Rwanda, and we had everything set. Our t-shirts are available, you get them if you want to live here.
Time is up, but given the importance of knowing what's happening with the AFPS and everything, I would want to assess the floor if the floor is willing to propose an extension of time so that we can get as much details on the questions being asked as much as possible. Okay, so how many minutes are you proposing? So limit it to 5 minutes, right? Okay, so 5 minutes for the questions. And there's a procedural motion from PSFGH Ghana. PSFGH Ghana, you have the floor for a procedural motion.
Thank you, Chair. Mr. Nathan Agwini, PSFGH Ghana. I'd like to introduce my group several case.
Thank you. I was speaking of today, what was supposed to happen. So yesterday night, I received a call from the mayor of the Kigali city. The advisor, his advisor called me and said, according to our current country policies, we are not allowed to do those campaign in kind of work style. It's not allowed. You get? I received a call around 7. So that's why I had to talk to my team and see what we can do today. So today we decided to give you a free morning because we didn't have any other planning so that you can rest. And then we planned that this evening we have the RA going, but also we planned that the PD competitions continue. But then because we still have pad drive, which has to happen, we said if we take this day, we'll be able to find a location for pads and day, switch the style of the public health campaign and we combine them. That's what we did. I think you saw the venue where we go heading tomorrow. So we said tomorrow we had discussion for the whole day. We can use the morning for the pad drive and public health campaign, and then the afternoon we go for excursion. Excursion will happen with 2 different areas in Kigali, but you will be stopped by. Just stop, take pictures, we go until we reach the Nyandogu Eco Park. That's where our last destination for excursion is. So that's what happened today. And even that will happen tomorrow. Then for the past 3 days, we shifted the venue because of our sponsors, as I said. We were supposed to be at Amigo Hotel for the past 3 days. And then we go for the remaining days, we do public health campaign and excursion. And then lastly, I will say, we are trying to improve and fix whatever happened. There are some personal issues that happened, and honestly, some people, all of us are human. Preparing AFPs is so hard. Hosting 156 individuals is so hard. So you have to understand us, right? You have to understand us, and you have to advise, because you are here, of course, to enjoy the country, but you have to advise and provide feedback on time, so that we can try and see what to do. Thank you.
Thank you for your direct. I see a direct comment, but Tamsa Tanzania already delegated his votes. So, motions committee, can you advise if he still has the... So, he delegated his votes earlier on, so I want to know if he can still speak. Okay, he can still speak. Okay, Sud Said, Tamsa Tanzania.
Sud Said, Tamsa Tanzania. I would like to give a direct comment to RC committee. For my previous experience from TDC is about communication with everything. If you provide necessary information, people will not complain. That's why there is a day that I don't have a money, but I decided to take people to the streets to get a cheap food, but I decided to make them jokes. Come guys, you can enjoy street food. But isn't it street food? It was the mechanism to make them comfortable. So after being eaten, I said, guys, you know what? I could have more money, so what should I do? So it's the time to go back to our apartment and sleep. So communication is necessary, and many people here they are complaining about RC because of communication. There is no one at the hotel to ask. If I've been asking, they got just staring at us. Even the protocol team was there, but they didn't know how to answer us. So I think, talk to your guys. Yes, provide information. Information is everything. So like I say, tomorrow I'll be doing this and this and this, but make sure if you provide that information, you follow. You understand? That is my comment.
Thank you very much for your direct comments. We have a new comment from UPPSA Botswana. UPPSA Botswana, you have the floor for your new comments.
Thank you, Chair. Thank you, Chair. Thank you, Chair. Sapa Mokosi here, UBPSA. Speaking on communication, it's very important that the reception committee can be easily identified. You need to have at least had like color-coded things so that we can easily identify you, in as much as we can easily identify the protocol ladies. The protocol people should be the ones calling people. People come into the bus, we are leaving. We shouldn't be calling each other. We should know that the reception committee is here to tell us to go, and we should respect the reception committee and go. We should also respect the drivers. I feel pity for the drivers because they'll be waiting for long periods of time in the sun while people are just busy getting ready. My suggestion also on top of that is that kindly communicate what your plans are in advance. In the morning also, as we eat breakfast, someone from the reception committee should be say, hello, it's time for us to leave. We are going to do 1, 2, 3. If something is not going well, just let the people know. Currently, we're still working on the schedule. Please be patient as we navigate our way through this. Let's stop hiding behind phones. I've noticed that most of them, I've only talked with them on the phone, but I've never got to see them face to face. I've only seen you, Mr. Gideon, which is very unfortunate, and it's not okay. We are representing something that is bigger than us, something that I think most of us are here believing in it, as a pharmacy student, as a pharmacy professional. Also, I'm trying to talk in a way that I'm adding solutions as I add complaints, because also it's hard on you guys as well. I know planning is a difficult thing, especially for a large group of people. Also, let's remember that people get sick, people are from different backgrounds, and being sick is not something that's intentional. We need to be very, very respectful and reverent when it comes to health, because we are healthcare professionals. Some people are diabetic, some people are asthmatic, and the way we run our programs should show that we understand health. It's very unfortunate that I had to come and be the bearer of such good news and be the one experiencing all this turbulences, but thank you, Chair.
Thank you, UPSA Botswana, for your new comment. Do you have any direct?
Thank you, Chair, for the floor. I would say what the boy is saying is true. Communication is the key, and I understand it. And we have to fix it. We are trying to fix it as soon as we can. And I guess the foreign communications will be more perfect and on time. Yes. And then for the medical related issues, we do have a team in charge of that, but they have not been working their job, but they are going to be active again. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much for your direct. We have a new comment from Kepsa, Kenya.
Thank you, Chair, for the floor. Tiffany Njeruka. Chair for the floor. Tiffany Njeru, KEFSA Kenya. And speaking on behalf of the KEFSA delegation, currently present at the AFPS, we managed to have a delegation of 31 students and early career pharmacists from Kenya. And as a representative, it's my mandate to speak for them. Some of the points have already been mentioned, so I don't see the need for repeating. I'll just point out other highlights that were made by the KEFSA members. Number one, there was poor accommodation coordination, where people were being switched rooms in weird hours of the night. At the same time, the room arrangements were not considered, because we filled forms where I said that Tiffany wants to be the roommate of someone else. However, when we got to the venue, that was not considered. So there was poor planning regarding that. Number two was poor time management by both ourselves, the delegates, and the reception committee. And maybe a solution that was provided by the delegation is a self-awareness that we're Africans, we have poor time management skills, and emphasis should be put on, communication. However, that's not an excuse, because we need to learn and be conscious of time, because people have other things to do, especially the panelists, the workshop facilitators. So it's not a good solution, but it can be considered. We have to be more proactive while talking, while urging people who come to the bus, go for lunch, spend this amount of time. And some things, the program was not, as the best, since the delegation states that it should have been more practical, it should have been more engaging. There should have been a better way of coordinating the audience, especially since the audience are moving back and forth. I remember there was an incident on day 2 of the symposium regarding that. Number 3 is the cultural nights. The delegation feels that rules are rules, we agree with that. The NIGO does not allow any noise beyond 10 p.m. That should have been stated, and maybe both the ODs and the RDs would have been more considerate in terms of managing our time, because it was only stated towards the last hours leading to the cultural night. And the other thing hasn't been mentioned, the public health campaign that hasn't addressed. They also complained about the reaction or the reception of the complaints of the RC. First of all, some were unavailable and some were not as responsive, or they were not as helpful as they should have been, especially regarding the accommodation factor. However, we understand that planning and continental symposium is difficult. It's not easy, especially since the chairperson mentioned so many shortcomings with the RC, the speakers, the sponsors. So we are not here to complain, we're just pointing out things to ensure accountability. And lastly, I'll speak for myself that it was not all bad. The leaders in training was excellent, and I'd like to commend the chairperson for that. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, KEFSA Kenya, for your new comment. IPSF Ghana, you have the floor for your new comment.
Thank you, Chair. IPSF Ghana. I think a publication was made to call for applicants for sponsorship for AFPS. It was a public thing, and I believe that the results should also be publicized. Because I have a number of my members who applied, and at date I don't have a concrete answer to give them whether sponsorship has been released or not. So if you can touch on that, thank you.
Okay, so I would love to take this. For that, the winners have been selected already, and the winners are aware. Though one of them had already paid. That is Mr. Bryant from Cameroon. He won the full sponsorship. He had already paid, and so IPSF will be reimbursing him. And then for the second runner-up could not secure sponsorship for his flights, and so IRWJ agreed that the second runner-up be given the partial grant of €100, and so he is also aware. He's in the person of Mr. Claude Auno from Capsa, Cameroon also, and so he has also been informed and he has been given the grant. So your concern is well noted, and it's part of the things we are looking at in the next mandate. Some of the suggestions for consideration in the next mandate. Okay, so a from the regional secretary, feedback was also sent to all those who applied for the grant as well. So thank you very much for that. Okay, so next, the new comment is from RPSO. Clarification, Capsa Cameroon.
I just want to specify that Auno Claude is actually here with us, so he was able to pay his flight to be here. Because you mentioned that he was not able to come.
No, clarification, that's not what I said. I said that the person who placed second, he was from South Zambia. So Auno Claude placed third. And because the second wasn't able to pay his flight, we had to award Mr. Auno Claude. Thank you.
So RPSA Rwanda, you have the floor for your new comment.
Thank you, Chair, for the floor. Maurice Shimi, RPSA Rwanda. And I have some comment and additional comments. First of all, I would like to extend my appreciation to 14th IPSF African Pharmaceutical Symposium Chairperson, Mr. Gideon Manager. And the reason why I'm tackling this is because I'm being honest with you. Our association was suspended to March 2026. So there was the possibility that this event would fail otherwise. But Mr. Chairperson tried to manage each and every situation. He was very supportive, very good at, like he used to come up with various solutions. So you would wonder what would happen if this event is going to fail during the preparation period. So that was the first thing I wanted to mention. So Mr. Chairperson has done a lot. So the achievement we are celebrating today is a lot of his efforts. So as serving as RPSA president, presenting RPSA to various international conferences, I think that was the experience he was just going to give us. And I think that's something special here. So as RPSA, we recommend his efforts. It's something not easy, so you will understand this. And the second, he has mentioned more sponsorship. So basically, this started when the USAID was suspended. So USAID used to fund various government institutions, including the Ministry of Health, Rwanda Ministry of Health, some institutions in non-governmental organizations. And those institutions, they used to play a lot of, they used to play a key role in preparation of various RPSA events. So basically, that was the issue. I think during his presentation, when we paid this event, the venue was supposed to be the Kigali Convention Center. So we tried to manage, okay, if we can't get enough sponsorship, are we going to suspend? So we came up with various solutions to see how
this problem of sponsorship is not going to benefit our event. So, and the other thing, regarding this, we also know, like currently we are facing a problem of Ebola outbreak. So we try to approach some institutions, they were like, these days we are focusing on evaluating this Ebola outbreak, and so far we don't have any positive results in Rwanda. So that's the effort we are putting forward, and we shouldn't be here if those institutions are not trying their best to mitigate this outbreak. So that's the other issue we faced during the preparation of this event. And the other thing, I would like to comment on why normally we didn't have a public health campaign today. Mr. Chairperson mentioned that he got a phone call from the supervisor of the mayor of the Kigali. It's called Road Mayor. And one more thing, in Rwanda we're hosting what we call Sekafa Kagame Cup. It's a tournament. I think these people from Kenya, from Sudan, they know this, so it's more completing the agenda, and we didn't know this before, so that's why we didn't host today's public health. So, but at least we try to come up with solutions. So I think tomorrow we're going to have one of the best experience, and I would like to recommend, I would like to extend this appreciation to Miss President, Miss Mashari, for the gift, AfroPad, regarding AfroPad Drive project. We really appreciate it. It's something huge. So the other thing I would like to say, Mr. Chairperson has mentioned that basically our reception committee was composed of more than 16 members. You can just you can find them on the IPS website. So what happened? I think Mr. Chairperson tried to do all he was supposed to do, but regarding the other members of the reception committee, I think they disappointed us, of course, but we didn't give up. We tried our best, and appreciate each and everyone who managed to play part in this symposium. So that's what I wanted to mention, and basically regarding the ongoing situation here in Rwanda, I would say this symposium was a successful one. Basically, if you can just try to catch up all these points, and then I think I'm very grateful that each and everyone in this room tried to comment on this. So we know that to err is human. It's a proverb. To err is human, but to what you can do is that you make sure that next events are going to be successful. People are going to enjoy each and everything. And I commend that the international gala will just will be like I was going to say like more successful.
Thank you very much for your direct. I just want to provide a point of information. The tea break has been available for the past 1 hour, and information reaching us is that they are going to be leaving
very soon because their time is up, and so I want to inform the House about that. We have a direct comment from Usa, Uganda. You have the floor.
Thank you, Chair. Diane Uta, Uganda. I'm giving a direct to what Maurice has said. I think I'll start with apologizing on behalf of Rwanda because I've been here for more than thrice and things have been going on well. But I think because the person that has been the receptionist, who is the chairperson of this meeting, of the AFPS, has now dedicated the receptionist role to the other people. So sorry for what happened, but Rwanda is not like that. Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you very much for your direct comments. Rwanda is not like that. Okay, so
I see no new comments, we'll close the floor for discussion and move into voting. This is the 15th IPSF AfRO Regional Assembly accepts and adopts the annual report of Mr. Bonaucha Gideon, Chairperson of the 14th IPSF African Pharmaceutical Symposium Reception Committee. All those against the reports? All those abstaining? All those for? Let's restart the voting process, please. So please, let's translate it to French. So we are voting on the motion. Please raise your voting card. All those against? Okay. All those abstaining? Motion carried by simple majority. All those for? So motion carried by simple majority. So proposal to suspend standing orders for 15 minutes.
You must come for a second round.
Zambia
is another round for you.
Sierra Leone.
Yeah.
So we are resuming in 15 minutes. So roll call. Please do well to be here in 15 minutes. We have a lot of motions.
Thank you, Chair, for the floor. Member organizations with voting rights, EFA Togo, delegated group, EFA Niger, AP Mali, delegated group, Senegal, CAPSA Cameroon, EFA Pierre Burkina Faso, with delegated group, ASFA Benin, CAPSA Kenya, with delegated group, IPSF South Africa, NAPSA, Sierra Leone, CAPSA UL Liberia, SAD Zambia, PSF GH Ghana, IPSF Rwanda, CAPSA Tanzania, UPSA Uganda, with delegated group, ANEP DRC. 17 full members were present and voted. Acknowledging members in association IFAM Guinea, PSSN Namibia, UBPSA Botswana. Thank you.
Time for money.